unbelievably grateful to have made it in here. We actually want to just check out the prop. It was making weird noises yesterday. We just want to see if everything's okay.
I'm very happy.
I had a dream.
We're gonna go for a walk up to the lighthouse. We don't know how far it is. I wish I could tell you. Yeah, they just went through the Mensa. Yeah, we're gonna go to my Bay Bar. You can see breaking waves.
So this is probably the hardest bit of all here. Gets down to about 4 meters and you're out in the middle of nowhere.
This is Slim.
3 knots on the face, skipper!
I'm Soph, the skipper. Oh, and we have a fluffy crew member too, Chili. We live aboard our 1989 Duncanson 34. She may be vintage, but her glory days are far from over. We're taking her around Australia, exploring our beautiful Aussie backyard. We put new videos out every Monday, so subscribe. Come along with us.
I had a dream that you were mine. We made love on satin blue light. From a window of moon. Just one touch, I felt you ignite. The rivers crossed and black turned to white. So joyfully.
I need you on the other side so it doesn't do that.
Okay, I'm coming. There's our anchor. Crazy, eh? You can see the chain just lying on the ground.
So far, Double Island has only impressed us. We are very happy. It's a beautiful spot. It's a beautiful day. We're gonna jump in and dive under the boat and have a little sus. We actually want to just check out the prop as well because it was making weird noises yesterday. We just want to see if everything's okay. So it doesn't fall off or anything. Fall off as we're going through Bay Bar.
From a crack in the sea, just electricity. When I woke up, you were just a trace.
I'm surprised how much growth there is on the prop already. The boat was probably out 7 months ago, not that long ago. There's a lot of barnacles on the prop, which is probably why it's been making quite a new noise. Just cleaned off the sail drive, just wiped off some of the algae and some potential growing barnacles that are in like the sail drive intake things, which is for our cooling water system for the engine. Otherwise, everything looks fine.
Over the line on my darkest day. Like
we're gonna go for a walk up to the lighthouse. We don't know how far it is. I wish I could tell you.
We've packed provisions.
We've packed provisions.
We've got water and an apple.
We've got a day's worth of water. So hopefully it's no longer than a day.
I've got Chili's leash. She's ready to go. Chili?
She's like, leave me
She's
alone.
like, you will not be walking these little distance. I will miss you. Now this is going to be the low tide Chili, so if it bottoms out, meow really loudly and we'll come help. Let's go.
This is the first time we've ever used this one. I don't actually know how to set it. So what do? Do you just...
Yeah, that's not going anywhere with the weight of the dinghy. There you go. Pop up. That's not going anywhere.
Yeah, she's sweet.
She's good. I'm very happy.
Sorry,
I'm just here. Just like, and I would also like to tell them I'm enjoying myself. Oh, at my feet now, Sandy, and we need to put shoes on. I'm off it.
We're having trouble finding where this path starts. We have no idea. We're just walking up and down aimlessly. There's still no signage of how long this is going to take or how far this is, so it's a mystery. How impressive. We're going to walk to those palm trees.
Soph's like,
can
I try and catch the drone?
Drones, what the f?
You just show us your hands.
What you do for a drone shot.
Show us your hands.
Oh, it just got these 2 fingers.
Soph's like...
Yeah, they just went through the mincer.
So it's like, can I catch it? Oh. A few injuries on the way, but we made it. We can sit up here and have some lunch.
We just found a cool little grassy knoll.
The grassy knoll, that's the technical term for him.
We're gonna have our snack pack.
Snack
I've
pack.
got a good view of the lighthouse from here. Yeah, we'll walk over after our little snack.
I've taken with us the dodgy fork. Whenever we go places and we take cutlery, I take this one just in case we accidentally lose it. Forget it, because it would be an absolute tragedy if we somehow left it behind.
I'm going to tell you a story about this fork now that we're on the topic of forks. This is the cutlery that I grew up with. So like maybe this holds more sentimental value than it does for Simon.
You raised a family with this fork? What were you thinking?
I thought these were good forks, but now I have better forks. So Mum and Dad, what were you thinking? I think what it is they're so weighty. It's been a great day for watching dolphins and wildlife in the water from up here. Just the ocean is super calm and so crystal clear and blue and just spectacular. There's been heaps of pods of dolphins and we thought we might have seen a shark, but I don't think it was. I think it was just sort of like a big school of fish moving under the surface, but it was so cool.
Well, we've come to the end of today's little adventure. Good thing we put the dinghy anchor out, and we'll catch this back on the boat. Hey guys, sorry, we're just going to interrupt you there for a second and welcome you to the ultimate guide to Double Island Point.
For monohulls.
Yeah, that was for monohulls.
First things first, there is a lagoon here, if you haven't already seen by the drone shots. It's completely uncharted, so you won't see this on your charts. As it's an ocean anchorage, the sand moves a lot, and most recently we heard rumours going around that monohulls may be able to get in. So last year we experienced sitting outside in the very rolly bay, looking into the lagoon to see an array of catamarans sitting peacefully, calmly, enjoying themselves. And we just thought that is not fair. Catamarans cannot just have all the fun here.
So after talking to a few friends of ours that have catamarans, I sort of like managed to get out of them a little bit of info. I was like, so how much depth did you have on you? And where were you? And then we basically scoured the internet for some drone shots, and we were feeling pretty confident that we had enough information to give it a crack ourselves.
Anyway, here's to the good stuff. Locations, numbers, tides.
All that stuff. But before we go into any of that, like full disclaimer, we did all our own research on this. We're going to give you all the information we had, but obviously we didn't tell you to do it. Do your own research, and yeah, it's your boat.
We just want to let you know on what the tides are doing when we were there, where we were. We just want to share that with you because it might help you.
Yeah. Alright, so we draw... Alright, so we draw 1.8 metres. We came into the lagoon on Thursday the 13th of May, getting in at around 4:15, about an hour and a half after the low. The tide had an additional 0.8 of water with us when we came in. So we wanted to come in as close to the actual low tide as we could, because that way we'd know that there was only ever going to be more water from there on out, and if we did happen to kiss the bottom or anything like that on the way in, we could sort of just float on up and out and get back out of there.
We were anchored here. It's actually deeper towards the spit where that other monohull was anchored.
You'll get about an extra 20 centimetres of depth there.
These guys also drew 1.8 and they had kissed the bottom once in their 7 weeks of being there. And that was probably when there was a bigger difference in the tides.
So you can do your own maths on the depths. Given our current tides, which we'll display here on the screen, at the lowest point of the tide on the Friday, which was 0.6 of extra water, we still had 30 centimetres under the keel, drawing 1.8. So with that information, the hope is that you can do the maths on what your current tide projections are for when you plan to visit with your keel size, and you should have no dramas from there. Or you'll know if you're going to have a drama and don't go in. Here's a quick pause screen of the details we acquired. Another handy piece of information is that the depth doesn't fluctuate sharply. So keep your eye on your depth gauge and come in slowly and you should be fine.
For that walking track we just did, we just wanted to let you know because we were walking around aimlessly up and down the beach, couldn't find the start. Literally, if you just go to the furthest end of the lagoon you can go to in the tender, drop the tender off, get onto your little 2 feet, and walk towards the headland, just keep on walking towards that point. Eventually you'll come across a sort of a concretey ramp thing and a path that will take you up.
And there is the best, if you have a mal break, ever.
There's definitely a good surf break there. If anyone has been to Byron Bay, the pass, it is the pass, but with basically nobody there.
And like definitely better.
Anyway, but also we didn't know how long it was going to be either. We can now tell you the walk is really not actually that long at all.
It's quite chill. Yeah.
It's like about maybe like 1.5 K, 2 Ks. Anyway, back to you, past Soph and Slim.
Bye.
We're going across the bar in the morning. It looks like a good day for it. Although we love it here, it's so cool. We want to take that little window of opportunity to get through. Morning. It's freezing this morning. Yeah, we're gonna go to White Bay Bar. So it's about an 8.9 nautical mile little trip from Rainbow Beach to the start of the bar. Are you feeling nervous this morning?
Not yet, nah. I reckon I'll be feeling nervous when we come up to that first waypoint because it just seemed a bit weird putting in the thing. But there's heaps of boats in front of us, so. At least you know there's 13 other people that are at least as crazy as us.
Definitely makes you feel better about the day you've chosen. You're like, damn, I'm a good day chooser. If everyone else is doing the same, I'm like, must be doing something right. Reflection time. Last year when we were trying to go through, I remember at this stage, my heart was palpitating. I wanted to throw up. I was so nervous. Feeling a little bit different this year. I don't know if it's because we literally have 20 other boats with us or that I'm feeling a little bit more confident about this bar. But anyway, we're feeling good so far. Don't hold us to it though. Shit can happen, shit can change. So what's all the fuss about? For those that don't know, the White Bay Bar is one of the most notorious bars on the east coast of Australia. It takes a lot of careful planning to cross safely, but we're not going to go into that now. You can catch that in a previous, more cringy video if you'd like. I'll leave that in the description for you. Oh my lord, the wind just came further onto our beam and picked up just a little notch, and it is so cold. It's just like a brisk winter's morning in Australia. So probably like not that cold, but it's cold! And we've just had to put our wet weather jackets on because it's so cold. We've got our life jackets on because we are safe and responsible. We're almost coming up to waypoint A. We've got 1.8 miles to go. Still got lots of boats around us.
Lots of safety boats.
Safety boats.
Safety boats.
We're gonna be okay.
Find yourself a safety boat.
Or 20.
Yeah.
0.5 from the first waypoint.
We're getting there.
You can see breaking waves. Oh, it's still freezing. And I gotta call the Coast Guard in like a little second.
Guard Can Bay, this is sailing catamaran Salty. Salty. Coast Guard.
I can't get a single one in. Coast Guard TK Bay, this is Nakama, over.
On 80. That's Bravo, Alpha, Sierra, Alpha, November, Tango.
I literally can't get a word in.
Alright, past the first waypoint.
I finally got a word in, we said hi, we're all good, now we're good to go.
Pretty much as we were approaching the second waypoint. Oh! Surf's pumping! Anyway, we're starting to see waves. That was his first good one. Yeah. So this is probably like the hardest bit of all here. Gets down to about 4 meters and you're out in the middle of nowhere. I don't know, you can only imagine what it would be like when the swell's up. You're sort of second guessing everything at this point because you're just sort of in this like weird rolly turmoil and just watching the depth gauge sort of fluctuate between like 4 and 5 meters, just going, please don't go on the other side of 4. Yeah, you just got to trust those waypoints, I guess.
Where you are here, you're sort of at the back of the waves. You just see the waves breaking from behind, so it's a bit weird.
Right, we've just turned. We're on the Mad Mile now, I guess. So we've done the dog leg. Got pretty swelly there for a second. This section here is called the washing machine because it's like a washing machine. The swell doesn't know which way it's going at this point.
So I'm steering to the last waypoint now. Got 0.8 of a mile to that waypoint, and then we can sort of just then scoot on in through Fraser and Inskip Point. So far so good, we're all good, safe and alive.
We have reached checkpoint Delta and we're happy to come off the log. Over.
Yeah, Romeo to that Nakama. We'll take you off the lock off for you next time you're in the area. Come to Canberra.
Alright, so I've started pointing us in and coming to the end of our 3rd time crossing Wide Bay Bar.
Another bar crossing done by Slew and Soph.
Another one.
Hi there, kitty. Did you find a nice spot? It's a perfect little spot for her.
It's a morning cat.
Is the sun good?
She hasn't had her morning sun yet.
She loves her morning sun. Because I'm determined to be resourceful with this fish that we caught the other day, I'm going to try and make tinned tuna. We just found this guy and he's basically just boiled the F out of it with salt to preserve it and then stuffed it into a sterilized jar, and then he's covered in oil. He's also infused the oil, so I'm going to try and do that. It's probably going to smell so f***ed in here. Oh, I feel like it's going to look absolutely disgusting in the cooking process. Set a timer for 3 hours.
Okay, 3 hours. Starting.
Thank you. There's tuna all over the stove. It smells like tuna. Actually, it smells better than I thought it would.
It actually like smells alright. I don't know if it's just because I'm really hungry and we haven't had lunch, but it like looks like actual tuna. But I hate the smell of canned tuna. This stuff smells good. Don't know how it's going to taste. It smells good.
Just putting it on some paper towel to try and get some of this water out. This is what it looks like. How tin can fish does that look? It literally tastes like the tin tuna you get from a supermarket. Like, I'm not even kidding. It's like insanely good. Now we're just gonna put it in the jar.
I hate canned tuna, but I really enjoyed this, and that's a big thing. For me to say I enjoyed it, it's a huge deal.
I just can't believe that we made tinned tuna. I've never considered that you could actually make tinned fish. Like, never considered it. What a like a handy thing to like do on the boat.
Take another step down this lonesome road. Well, my cup is nearly empty. I got such a long
It's actually been a couple of days and I've already been picking at this. I just thought we'd pick up the camera and say how bloody good this is. I've normally just been eating it with a fork and it's just been so good, but I'm eating it with a cracker today. But anyway, we didn't let you know how it went, and it went exceptionally well. I highly recommend trying it out. If you get a dud fish. It's a good way to use a dud fish, isn't it? Thanks for tuning in this week, guys. Make sure to catch us next week as we make our way up the Sandy Straits, stopping at Gary's before making our way to Kingfisher for a much needed shower and pizza. We'll see you then.
Alright, so we ran out of beers, but then I was delving around in the cupboards looking for snacks because I'm meant to be doing an assignment. And I found these little doozies we prepared earlier. Like I think I hid them ages ago from Soph. And look, there's a little his and hers one. Larry and Sally. Oh, look at that.